hold on. Did you really think you had seen everything there was to see in the world of reality TV? In actuality, Mendeecees Sets has surpassed all expectations. And what do you know? Because there is such a thing. Hip-hop fans are once again doubting all they have ever known about devotion, love, and fidelity. We are discussing a major conflict involving love, okay? Imagine Yandhi and Rasheeda bickering over an unresolved matter while Rasheeda remains as ever. But wait, there's still more to come. Yes, the man who used to call himself a family man slaps Rasheeda. You're correct. Why did he do it? The slap might have been lifted from a telenovela. Was he just in the mood and protecting his wife? Or did you think the incident on Love and Hip Hop was staged? Well, think again. What comes next will astound you, and I promise you, you were if you thought you had seen it all. Love and Hip Hop, in particular, has a reputation for creating moments on reality television that fans will remember for weeks. However, we were unprepared for the intense altercation between Rasheeda, Mendeecees, and Yandhi. Imagine this. Rasheeda, known for her fiery attitude and unyielding demeanor, enters a room prepared to resolve a long-standing conflict with her longtime friend Yandhi on a typical day in the worlds of hip-hop and romance. Yandhi doesn't back down and is prepared for a battle. The tension in the room is so high that it could be sliced with a knife. Just as you think Rasheeda and Yandhi will engage in combat, Mendeecees spots her husband, who appears to have had enough of the chaos. What comes next? Mendeecees has obviously run out of patience and seems to have had enough of the back and forth by the time he arrives. During this heated argument, he smacks Rasheeda across the face without hesitation, despite his pleas for her to calm down or to say something like, "Let's talk it out." The crowd was in complete shock. We have witnessed people shout, quarrel, and throw drinks, but nothing prepared us for the drama of a full-on slap. The worst part, however, is that Mendeecees escalates the tension in the room to an unimaginable level after realizing that the slap is only the beginning of the issue. He then turns to face Yandhi, and it gets fascinating at this point because Mendeecees claims that he was defending his wife weren't the only thing on the line. "You think you can touch my wife and get away with it?" No, correcting the facts was the goal. For months or perhaps years, there have been tales and whispers about Rasheeda and Yandhi's ongoing struggle. Mendeecees' Caesar's cry, "Enough is enough," was the catalyst for everyone's eventual agreement. And what happens if you have that kind of explosive reaction on a reality program like this? Public outrage, social media response, and the query. There have been highs and lows in Mendeecees' relationship with Rasheeda, his family, and even Yandhi. So what made him lose it this time? Did it stem from unresolved business between the two women? Or was it something deeper that had been simmering for too long? Or was it just a matter of preserving his pride? Whatever the reason, one thing is certain. This smack wasn't a single outburst. It was the culmination of months of tension. Furthermore, public altercations like this have real repercussions even after the scene is ended and the cameras stop recording. Let's take a closer look at the circumstances that led to Mendeecees' outburst before talking about the consequences. Despite their long-standing animosity, Rasheeda and Yandhi's arguments have gotten worse as a result of the two women disparaging one another and making details of their private lives public. This wasn't a small argument over a miscommunication either. A rivalry was seething beneath the surface, just waiting to explode. The tension had reached dangerous heights in the months before the incident. And Rasheeda, who has always been a strong, independent woman, had not held back from voicing her disapproval of Yandhi's actions and remarks. In addition to the Mendeecees' feelings, there has been a persistent rumor that Yandhi is trying to weaken Rasheeda's influence and relationship with them. He has been caught in the middle and has only contributed to heightening tensions, despite his best attempts to play the role of a peacekeeper. When Mendeecees arrived on the scene, he witnessed Yandhi and Rasheeda fighting till the situation reached a breaking point. It was the last straw, not a last-minute decision to step in so strongly. We're not talking about a little annoyance either. After years of turmoil and unresolved tension between the two women, Mendeecees feels as though he's been pushed to the brink. However, once he makes his amazing move, he cannot turn back. Mendeecees must deal with the fallout from his actions on the show, as well as the public backlash for slapping Rasheed for something that is already going viral online. So things start to become really interesting after that. Moreover, this incident is more than a simple slap. It might fundamentally change his personal life. First, let's examine the public's response to this shocking incident and the ensuing drama. The fallout is far from over, we assure you. Individuals don't hesitate to express their opinions. Within minutes of the incident being broadcast, fans and critics were blazing on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hip-hop upheaval, Mendeecees, SLAP, and Rasheeda Yandi were among the trending hashtags. Whether they were casual onlookers or ardent supporters, everyone was commenting on the explosive event. The problem is that it wasn't just a minor argument between two women. It was theatrical at its best. While some fans supported Mendeecees, others agreed with Rasheeda, and yet others were shocked by the slap's severity. The fact that some people blamed Yandi for the entire incident, saying it wouldn't have happened if she hadn't been so rude and disruptive, is even stranger. Others said that a man's wife should never be touched and that Mendeecees' slap was appropriate. Fans are drinking up every moment of the drama, and hip-hop and love are more popular than ever. At the same time, the chaos behind the scenes was becoming unmanageable, and producers were perspiring. This was a full-blown nuclear bomb in a velvet chamber. But the showrunners of Love and Hip Hop apparently weren't prepared for this intensity. They loved drama, after all. The slap was neither pre-approved nor scripted, nor was it part of the shooter's schedule. A producer who wished to remain anonymous stated, "We thought we were filming a normal confrontation, maybe a drink toss." Rasheeda reportedly refused to continue filming until Mendeecees sees, and the entire production team took action because she felt devalued, humiliated, and misled. However, there was a plot twist since, despite Rasheeda's dissatisfaction, Yandi wasn't exactly quiet in the background. Following the conclusion of the scene, there were allegations that the performers and staff were forced to attend an urgent meeting. She reportedly added, "This isn't just TV anymore. That man really put his hands on me." As she left the event with her microphone in hand, she knew that chaos, controversy, and probably a PR nightmare were ahead. Insiders claim that instead of driving home in a fit of wrath, Rasheeda drove directly to her husband, Kirk, and sobbed as she informed him what had transpired. On camera, Yandi has consistently conveyed a sense of poise, control, and smart diplomacy. But she's in the middle of a poisonous triangle right now. Kirk has a reputation for keeping quiet when anything goes wrong, but he reportedly called producers, lawyers, and even some of the other cast members. Demanding accountability from Mendeecees' one questionable source claims that if the situation isn't resolved quickly, we're discussing demands for public apologies, legal threats, and a possible lawsuit. Mendeecees observes that Kirk is attempting to control the situation by claiming that Rasheeda got in his face and said some hurtful things about Yandi and his family, and that it wasn't a slap, but rather a reactionary tape. Kirk reportedly told one of the producers, "You'll let him put his hands on my wife. I don't care it's TV or not. You'll all better fix this." One of his purported remarks was, "She was coming for my wife. What was I supposed to do to let her disrespect us?" In the meantime, Rasheeda's supporters are putting up a fierce battle. Under the hashtag Team Rasheed, bloggers, influencers, and even a few celebrities have been sharing the video and making comments. The internet wasn't buying it, Mendeecees realized. Build a picture that is, let's say, not wonderful. Fans are reviving clips from previous seasons in which he has been manipulative, passive-aggressive, or just plain WGY. Asterisk, defend black women at all costs. Her regal demeanor was repulsive. That tweet garnered more than 250,000 likes in a single day. Is not just play, It's a movement. But there's more. Because among all of this criticism, another layer of the controversy drops, like a wrecking ball. After her confrontation with Kirk, Rasheeda reportedly demanded explanations from Mona Scott-Young, executive producer of Love and Hip Hop. Mona knew she had been taken by surprise. Mona told Rasheeda, "We're looking at the video and talking about it internally. We didn't see it coming," according to a source with knowledge of the production. Internal conversations is code for us all freaking out and trying to figure out how to spin this without getting sued. Some insiders claim that Mona wanted to remove the entire video because she was afraid it would generate a lot of negative press. But it was too late by then. Too late by then. The video had already been leaked to a few blogs and press outlets, and screenshots of behind the scenes, whispers, TikTok, and even grainy, blurry vertical video clips were already making the rounds. Suddenly, it was more than just a scene from a reality show. It was a national headline on TMZ, The Shade Room, and Hollywood Unlock. And they all jumped on it, writing articles with titles like "Mendeecees caught slapping Rasheeda in explosive." Terms like abuse scandal, canceled, and where was Yandi during all of this were trending beside Mendeecees' name. She went into full ghost mode, posting no stories, comments, or radio silence, giving the impression that she was hiding out, not literally. As anyone who knows Yandi knows, she is never quiet unless she's cooking something big or running from the heat. But that didn't stop people from dragging her. And some accused her of using Mendeecees as her K. Michelle, who naturally does, joins the fray as if the drama couldn't get any more dramatic. Using Instagram Live, she posted an enigmatic message that fans immediately connected to the drama. "You better stop letting these power couples fool you." Others accused her of manipulating the entire event for screen time by hitting the dog, knowing he would blow up and then pulling away when things got messy. Claiming that just because someone is wearing matching Gucci doesn't mean they have any peace at all. According to sources, VH1 has gone into full damage control mode, with internal meetings taking place daily, lawyers reviewing contracts, and some high-level executives reportedly discussing whether to pull. As a result, not only are the three main cast members Rasheeda, Yandi, and Mendeecees tangled in a scandal, but other celebrities and cast members are also adding gasoline to the already raging fire. Fans flooded the comments with comments about Yandi Mendeecees and K. Michelle, spilling tea, and within minutes her live stream was screen captured, reposted, and featured in dozens of TikTok theories. The next episode, or air it with a big disclaimer. Some claim they're scared of criticism, while others say the ratings will be too high to ignore. The truth is, though, that Rasheeda has reportedly been offered her own spin-off show out of this chaos. The fans adore Rasheeda because she's respected, real, and emotional. And if she leaves, we lose a significant portion of the show. What does Mona do? It seems like she's offering her a big bag to keep her on board, promising her more control, better scenes, and a storyline redemption arc. Rasheeda isn't sure, though, and some insiders say she's still leaving the show completely. You can't make this stuff up. The question now is, will Mendeecees double down? Will Yandi finally speak up? Will Rasheeda sue? Will this be the end of Love and Hip Hop as we know it? According to sources, Mendeecees' management team is pressuring him to issue a public apology via an app. But he doesn't believe he did anything wrong. Yes, you read correctly. He still believes he was protecting his wife. Slows down, then booms again because guess who finally speaks up? It's Sis, who has been silent for days, ignoring all the smoke, ignoring all the tags, and ignoring every trending tweet. It's not a sit-down interview or confessional, but a full-fledged Instagram post with a black and white filter, heartfelt piano music playing in the background, and a caption that looks like it took 2 hours to write. She begins by saying, as a woman, a mother, and a wife, and instantly everybody knew this was about to be one of those posts. She says she didn't want the drama because she hates seeing people suffer and would never support violence, particularly between cast members. She loves and respects, but then she adds a line that makes the internet go crazy. But when people come for my family, I can't control how others react. Hold on, did Yandi really just say that so she's not taking responsibility? She's Mendeecees' actions without mentioning his name. But come on, the shade was too obvious too. Miss, that line alone sent social media into full beast mode, with people calling her phony, cunning, and cunning. One tweet went viral saying, so basically she threw the rock, hit her hand, and then wrote a poem about peace. I understand. Rasheeda, however, didn't remain silent either. She replied with a brief, straightforward, and snappy photo of herself, with tears in her eyes and no makeup, along with the words, "Healing is messy. But I won't stay silent to protect anyone's ego." This feud may have been simmering for years. The cameras never really caught the heat, and now that the fans are publicly divided, Team Yandandi and Team Rasheeda are fighting back in the comment sections, with people deleting old tweets in which Yandi made fun of Rasheeda before they were cool on camera, as well as going through old episodes and deleting screenshots and receipts. Fans asked, now what program is she on? Mama D, the queen of chaos herself, decided she wanted a piece of the limelight. And yes, she talks about how true women don't let other women be beaten up for no man while sipping wine on her Instagram live broadcast. However, Mama Dean never overlooks a messy situation. We just never broadcast it. People have posted about her life online with remarks like, she's messy, but she's not wrong. As things were getting out of hand, an Atlanta hip-hop producer and an ex-boyfriend released a shocking interview in which he quotes, "This wasn't the first time hands got thrown behind the scenes. Previously, though, it was too large to conceal." Hold on a second. Fans are asking, what else have you been hiding now that the FBI is looking into it? Has anyone else been slapped? Did anyone else leave the set and never come back? Everyone is suddenly rewatching earlier sequences with new perspectives. In Season 9, Yandi gave Rasheeda that look. Fans are commenting, oh, that was tense. Oh, that now has meaning. In reference to the embarrassing time at the reunion when Mendeecees noted that she didn't clap when Rasheeda appeared, she said, the depth of this rabbit hole is unbelievable. And then an ex-producer appears out of nowhere. VH1 is currently in full panic mode, with executives debating whether or not to air the episode. Some want to cut the audio, while others want to blur it out. However, some shady people in the boardroom say no. Advertisers are already circling gossip websites and making headlines before the show airs, and the ratings will soar. There is a second angle of the slap that hasn't been made public yet, and it shows Yandi's actual reaction when it happened. If it's true, her image will collapse like the Titanic. It's no longer just a story point. There are lawsuits, image protection, and possibly even criminal charges involved. Meanwhile, Mendy steps up his efforts, allegedly saying in a late-night clubhouse room, "I'm not apologizing for protecting my wife. You're all online acting like you're angry. But what would you do if someone came to get your family?" This man genuinely thinks he is a hero in a Marvel movie. Yandi was dragged after her lovely post. Fans advise, if you can't take the heat, stop trying to cook up drama. But guess who still makes a final messy appearance? Kirk essentially echoes Rasheeda's comments when he goes live with a radio host. We were on the verge of ending the performance, entirely because she was traumatized. And they were glad I wasn't on set because it would have been a different kind of episode. But that slap was real and wasn't faked. Fans now claim that it might be the biggest scandal in hip-hop and romantic history. as they get ready to air the episode. The network has already announced a special reunion-style sit-down with Rasheeda, Yandi, and Mendeecees, hosted by Nina Parker. According to sources, Rasheeda hardly said anything during the tense, uncomfortable, and ugly sit-down, and Yandi attempted to talk Mendeecees out of saying anything. Kirk sat in the corner with his arms folded like a security guard ready to jump, leaving the fans wondering where they should go next and whether Rasheeda would remain on the show because there were no hugs or resolutions. Just more chaos. This isn't just tea, honey. After all the slaps, the shade, the Instagram essays, and the behind-the-scenes drama, VH1 now is popping like a huge boiling pot. This isn't just tea, honey. It's time it was real and intimate, not staged. Did we just witness the downfall of a whole love and hip-hop dynasty? Are we witnessing the downfall of reality TV royalty? I want to hear all of your theories, hot takes, and conspiracy theories. If you thought this was a mess, hold on tight because the next episode will make it clear. Let's face it, did Mendeecees go too far in protecting Yandi? Or did he have the right idea? Rasheeda is a master at playing the innocent while manipulating events behind the scenes. Did she really try to cause trouble? Or did she know exactly what she was doing the entire time? Comments like your way depends on it. Team Yandi, Team Rasheeda, protect the brand. Or Team Expose It All are all welcome. You don't want to miss what's about to happen because it looks like a preschool drama. So stay dirty, stay curious, and stay tuned because the tea we're serving next is hot, baby. For the sake of ensuring that you never miss any scandal, hit subscribe, and, like Mendeecees saw, click like to crush Rasheeda's ego.